to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Guess I'm not the only who wants to get those gates open. Where's Errand? That looks like he's had a few.
Savior! Savior. You're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not yours.
It's just Aloy.
Please, no one will listen. But
Really, Conover? You're bothering her with this hogwash?
some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries. I tried to eavesdrop.
Unfortunately, there's no hard evidence, and since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier, knows
What makes you so sure Larovic was working with the Eclipse?
Well, I was too...
it's not the most outlandish claim I've heard, but it's up.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death sentence.
If I have to die...
Tell me exactly.
Weeks ago, during a shift change. By the time anyone noticed, they were halfway out. Nozar didn't see the need to give chase.
Nozar's not one to be sidetracked. He tightened up the patrol schedules, reprimanded the...
But I couldn't stop thinking of... Meaning, someone left... And Larovic, well, and after the incident, he started acting... So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks after I found him, and when Larovic mentioned the Eclipse, the stranger took off, and instincts took him.
Why don't you believe him?
We combed the woods, searched Larovic's... Look, Conover... But Nozar only... And that fact is, Conover killed...
No, but clips are out
considering
there.
Well, Nozar's on edge, and hey, please do let us know.
The meeting you went.
No.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it there.
I can see things others can't. If the Eclipse are in.
Thank you, Aloy.
Don't get your hope.
Hey, I thought you'd by now.
Gentlemen.
That's our cue.
You taking the edge off?
I mean, I'd ask you to join, but... You're in a rush, right?
I was, wondering if you were able to lay...
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half... In the end, everybody drank. You know, as the rowdiest funeral since...
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight.
What do you know about...
Oh, you know, not much. Only that he said I'm making peace with these. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared.
I'll keep that in mind. How have things been?
Your silent departure? Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with... I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went...
You got blindsided.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky one.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they... I can't say I blame them. No matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained.
Oh,
yeah, don't let me stop you.
Errand.
Yeah, all right. I guess what I'm really trying to say...
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober.
Yeah, don't count on it. Be careful out there.
Tighten up, Pai. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh out there.
Yes, sir. I have just the thing for you. I await your return.
Be strong for your son.
Next time, we will forge a deal together.
Friend to the card, Jack. How can I help you?
Hey. What happened here?
What do you care?
Don't you?
As it happens? No. You know, I was already having a crappy day, and now these two idiots picked my shift to climb the damn mountain. Wouldn't be so bad if this one weren't so heavy.
Wait. 2 idiots?
Did I stutter? Yeah, 2. I heard another one shouting up top. Sounds like they got caught between sharp claws and a sharper fall.
Someone's in trouble. Aren't you gonna do something?
Self-inflicted. And I got my hands full with this one.
You're seriously not going to help.
You seriously are?
Someone's in trouble at the top of the cliff. I better get to climbing.
Get away from me, you bucket of balls!
Exploring cauldrons might teach me how to override these things. Machines. I've trapped a monster up here.
Down there who can help? Hello? Anyone? Help! Angry machines here! Please, I need help! I could use a little help up here. Anyone there? Are the machines all gone? I live. My so-called
It was...
a mountain climbing machine. Ugh, at least I don't have to.
What are you doing up here?
That used to be a signal tower. The mechanism uses a special lens, which in some very specific circles is highly valuable. And since the Karja are planning on tearing them down, I was going to liberate the lens before it got destroyed. You get it for me, and the lens is from the. I'll make it very worth your while.
You said that was a...
In its day, it was a sight. They used to warn folks that the Tanakhs are coming. As you can imagine, hence the.
So...
I'm more what you'd call an Look, the Karja, they see no value here. See? It's a victim opportunity.
Tell that to your friend down there.
So,
Why can't you do...
look, even if I hadn't hurt my ankle here. Oh, come on. That's not what my.
I already...
Well, let me take these. This should be it. I'm an honest
Aloy.
ring. Well, Aloy, but I'll stick. No pressure.
I'll... Okay, I'm in. Really busting up this place. One of the signal devices. Should be a lens I can grab for Reyna. Got the lens. I can trade it with Reyna the next time I see her.
Did you find the lens?
Maybe.
Ha!
Here you go.
Isn't that and here's a little something for your troubles. Now if...
You got it.
See you around.
There's Errand. Looks like he's had a few.
Why the long face, my boss?
Are you in charge around here?
Apology. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So,
I'm here for the embassy. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can find...
yes, the Sun Priest. What really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains the... Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound...
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offered tribute of food, spices in exchange. The Tanakh returned personal effect that fell during the Red Raid. This particular embassy, however...
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier.
Ah. The exchange has got everyone on. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until...
You said something about Tanakh.
They're the tribe's elite warriors. They arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their... Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate. And by negotiate, I mean stare down. Paev over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last step. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day.
It was indeed.
Where is this commander? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him.
I'll take you to him. But the commander isn't one to break protocol.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
Why the Sun King believes we can have
There's the
peace.
command.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for...
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to
The
Meridian.
Meridian I saved.
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives, and the Tanakh's not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's a Dowager Queen herself! The gate stays sealed until that horn grows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People trying to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least we have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be...
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the...
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you.
Well, now I'm even more curious about you, knowing that you have the confidence of... But... such an association with the... as it often has with me. As you can see. Tensions are high. This embassy... They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soon. And now you arrive.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just...
So you say. But I need to know why.
I've never seen markings like those.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, a litany of deeds.
Looks like you vanquished.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, this side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked.
How did you come to be a...
It's quite a story. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before... Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to modernize. I failed. They committed unspeakable atrocities. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last one was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you, and they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so
So when you met the Tanakh chief...
I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they... So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon. my life, or the other Tanakh howled, but Hikaru stared them down. And then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he allowed me to participate in the cool route.
You said the cool route.
Yes. But it doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines and a greater, believe me. It is a machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I had hopes for freedom, but
You wound up serving the Tanakh.
the winners of the cool route must serve the chief.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient. In practice, marshals are part magistrate, part judge, I won my place among their ranks and served as but many Tanakh still spat on the ground when I walked. They did. Until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their fate.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native time. To survive, one must master. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. I can't blame the Tanakh for hating.
So then...
Part of me. There is much to admire about the Tanakh. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe...
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive, but he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the man. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants... I hope you do speak to him. So, the Karja need to know what I...
Yeah. Are you glad?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in or sipping wine. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tanakh, then I'm in a unique position. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a last...
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. Chief Hikaru knows that survival, even if that change means putting aside century.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in... It's getting worse every day. Calling down storms, poisoning the water. The source of it all has gone west.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales, an army of demons, vanquished by a redhead. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the 2 of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you.
Maybe.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to...
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regalla. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us, exile.
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines. Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates! Karja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will!
I don't have a shot!
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come! I've waited for this!
subsiding.
We need to move in!
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both! Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through a shield if I damage it enough. Gotta get through that shield. Break its guard.
You should.
There! Now's my chance. Generated. Gotta take down that shield. Shield's gone. He's vulnerable. You're not stopping me! He's exposed! I've got to break that shield! Your turn! Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regalla to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regalla ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Vashav called Regalla a rival. Someone that Tenakth chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge... Her attack was coordinated...
They knew the lay of the land, and they knew Vashav was going to be hit. If the Tenakth were... She must have spent months gathering...
They had to have made camp there, somewhere they could lie low until the perfect...
About Vashav.
The man was taken captive, survived for years out in the west, only to die. It's a cruel end.
There was more. He spoke of advocating for lasting...
Too late for that.
What will happen to...
His body will be carried as a cousin of the Sun King. He will be accorded... No soldier could act.
It's too bad about Nozar and Voidis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well... I'll make sure they're given proper funeral...
Do you think the Karja will take action? Seems like you'd have common ground.
An expedition of the Karja army would be taken as the start of another... Sun King Avad won't risk it.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that, their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their...
The Desert clan is closest. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, somewhere beyond the desert is the territories of the...
You don't sound...
I've only heard during the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into... but the United Clans rose up against...
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the...
Maybe the scholars do. Back in Marine, scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their land...
That's right. They're a peaceful bunch. At least compared more taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the...
Make no mistake, they have a fear. When the Karja were pushed back, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far...
If they're so peaceful...
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. You'd think that'd make them open to...
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun, he reached out to the other tribes to offer The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area.
But now, it seems like...
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe. The ancient ruins of the south, remnants of some...
You said there were others who went out when they...
Well, in addition to the salvage, there were a couple of other parties of Asuram. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an... Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or...
I'd need to be on my...
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be... And don't worry about your friends.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy.
Stuff for the stash. So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spires should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regalla's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would.